Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. So I think the previous talk was really preparing us for this because I think we're really complementary. I think InFarm can cover all the indoor growth with fruit and vegetables, but I think we still need the grains and pulses and different crops that will still continue to grow on the open fields, which is pretty similar in a kind of an opportunity because there's 1.5 billion hectares of these open fields in the world. So just to introduce the company and myself, we started 4 years ago. We're 4 co-founders. My name is Ofir, Schlam, I'm the CEO and co-founder. My family's been farming in Israel the last 4 generations, so over 100 years. But my background is mostly in the tech industry, so it's kind of a merge of these 2 passions. Today we're already serving around 10 million hectares worldwide. And with our technology, I have a short video that will kind of show how it all works.
Every farm comes with a mission to grow healthy crops. But raising a profitable crop has been challenging the past several years. Never before have we had more access to data to make informed decisions. Why wonder when you can know? If growers resort to farming with traditional methods, they are left wondering why the crop performed the way it did at harvest time. The challenge is making sense of the information quickly enough to drive in-season decisions. This is exactly how Taranis, a global company specialized in ag imagery, works to create healthy farms. Our technology is capable of analyzing the crops on multiple levels. At revolutionary leaf-level precision, we fly at 200 kilometers per hour and can still see details that even the sharpest human eyes wouldn't see. Now, imagine all that precision combined with artificial intelligence algorithms that identify and quantify every single anomaly, allowing farmers to plan the best course of action. The analysis becomes actionable immediately by turning data into prescriptions accurate to the plant level and building the largest ag imagery database in the world. In a fast and easy way, these solutions can be transmitted over to the machinery, which give the growers the possibility of resolving the issue in record time with just one click. The result? Increase in the farmer's profitability, who saves time and money with less usage of pesticides and fertilizers. Sustainability not only for the environment, but for the operation as a whole. Our solutions adapt to every need, regardless of the size of the property. Every farm gets much more than a monitoring system, but a business model that provides profitable and safe, actionable insights, constantly evolving to match each field. We are Taranis, and we help farmers grow.
Great. So it kind of gives you the whole understanding of how our technology works. So for those who are not from the ag space, so basically we've seen exponential growth in yields the last 100 years, thanks to mechanization, hybrid technologies, better chemistry, and better genetics. But these are kind of saturated a bit, and to really continue this exponential growth, we need this boost of precision agriculture to enhance all those previous revolutions, plus adding something new here. So, and we're based with computer vision, so we're the first company that can scan the whole field at this kind of resolution. So that's the hardware capability to take pictures at 0.1 millimeters per pixel while flying at 200 kilometers per hour from, let's say, 50 meters over the field. So it's a lot of optics involved there, and we have a patent for that. But what do we do with all these pictures afterwards, right? So I can give you a challenge maybe to find a green caterpillar in this picture. It's pretty hard, right? It takes a lot of computer vision to make sense of it. But if you do look at the top right corner, you can see it, thanks to this really high resolution. So with deep learning, trained to find the different weeds, diseases, insects, we can find this kind of problem. And this is actual imagery from our system from a soybean farm. So that's kind of the micro level and how it all works, but it all goes back to the huge problem that we're talking about. So farmers lose about 35% of their crop every year on in-season problems, about 14% on diseases, similar numbers, hundreds of billions on insects, weeds, and fertilizer problems. And it's all about timing. So if we, as Taranis, can alert the farmers when the symptoms are just starting, they can prevent the problem from actually expanding and happening. So we can result in increased yields this way. And today, most of these grain farmers are making a very, very thin margin, unfortunately, making 3%, 5% from their entire revenue, because the spend is really huge today on seed, on labor, on all of these things. So if we can just enhance the yields by 2%, we can boost their profitability by 40 or 50%. So we don't even have to target that 35% number, which is huge. We'll get there over the next few years, but right now we're targeting the first increases of 3, 4, and 5% in yields. And the market, as I said, is really huge. It's 1.5 billion hectares. Around half of that is in large farms in US, Brazil, Ukraine, Australia. That's our first target. But we can also work with small farms and cooperatives, and we have done so already. Eventually, to the farmer, it has to be really simplified. So the UI and UX has to be really, really simple. So just looking at this picture, you can understand the whole field situation in 10 seconds, right? Red is a high density of weeds in this case. Yellow is kind of medium, and green is no density of weeds that you should worry about. And it's as good as ground truthing. So it's as good as walking in the field. You can click on any point here and actually see what we found, kind of this level of resolution. So to train these algorithms, we needed more than 10 million symptoms out from the fields to automate about 10 different crops. So, and we're in constant process to adding more crops and going kind of horizontally to more crops, and also vertically deeper into more use cases on the same crops. Once the machine learning is trained, basically it runs on each picture and gets us to this amazing result, so the farmer can understand how to act. In terms of operations, we're also kind of really intensive in operations. We have a fleet of over 100 planes and drones to basically cover the different areas. And not only the US, we have coverage in Argentina, Brazil, Russia, Ukraine, Paraguay, Australia, Canada. And the way we also go to market is only 20% we go directly to the growers. But to really scale up as an ag business, we really have to employ the same way seed and chemicals are sold, through the channels. So 80% of our sales is through the cooperatives, agriculture retail channels, etc. We still go direct to farmers to get the feedback, to enhance our product, but we really work mostly with these retailers and input companies, chemical and seed, like Bayer, BASF here from Germany. So in terms of really our growth, it's been kind of tremendous the last 3 years. So 3 years ago, we were still just 4 co-founders building the first product, but we've seen really good traction. And by now, we kind of grow more than 3x every year. We're already on more than 3 million acres right now. This year, we'll complete the year with over 7 million in revenue and continue this 3x trajectory of growth the next few years, just with the same markets and just targeting 2% of those markets. With all this data, we have a lot of more ways to monetize the data again and again, whether it's for insurance purposes, whether it's for farm lending purposes, or enhancing breeding for the seed companies, or even for commodity trading, once we know enough about the supply from the market. So that's kind of where we are today. We're 80 people. We raised $30 million to date. And the next round will probably be a growth round to really take it global. So we'll probably raise about 40 million the next time. That's it. If there's any questions, I'm here. Thank you very much.